Folks, I would read this, but I think I'll just let the video do the talking for me.
Well, Greg, Stephanie, I mean, she's doing as well as you can expect. Of course, she's shaken up, but she is okay. She did have to have 4 staples in the back of her head after she was knocked down. The thing that she's really worried about tonight, though, is a special crystal family rosary that was inside of her purse when it was taken from this Kroger off of Mendenhall just around this time yesterday, around 5 o'clock hour yesterday. You can see how busy it is here tonight. We also talked to a man who saw part of that disgusting.
And this is a predominantly white part of town, just so you know.
Shea had no clue what he was about to witness when he showed up to this East Memphis Kroger at the corner of Sanderlin and Mendenhall. Pulling into the busy supermarket, he almost became a victim, dodging a blue Scion and speeding through the parking lot.
The other car almost hits me as they're pulling out, but then they stop just before they actually make it into the street. And the third guy jumps into the back of their car holding a purse, and then they just take off.
Shea's instincts kicked in. You knew immediately something was up.
Yeah, something was not right.
Shea and a friend took a mental note of the car and license plate.
People were
Good job.
Their hands, shouting. People were like, "What's going on?"
An 81-year-old woman had just become a victim of a robbery. The woman telling officers she had been walking to the parking lot when she felt a sharp jerk on her shoulder. She fell to the ground, causing a gash to her head and other bruises and scrapes. The person responsible
Wait for it.
off with her purse. Inside, her phone, money, and precious crystal rosary.
Here it comes. Those ghetto niggas.
Share with those helping the woman what they saw, but they weren't the only observant customers. Several other
Swear these black youth are just gone crazy.
And tag number. Shea, stunned.
No fathers in the house. Ghetto youth.
Strike when they did. Early this morning, officers spotted the vehicle believed to be used in the crime not far from where it occurred. Inside the car,
What?
Toby Meagle and Amberly Rankin.
Some little white kids.
Committed a robbery that was caught on Kroger cameras.
Huh.
Officers also say Rankin's child was in the car and had been picked up by a babysitter. Shea, glad people have been arrested.
Left a child in the car, had the child with them during the robbery.
To be on camera, says she's thankful. She could have been
See, this shit's bleeding over, folks.
to all the people who helped her.
When we see something going wrong, we come together.
Black community has always been the petri dish of social experiments.
3 people police say are involved tonight are charged with aggravated robbery. And get this, the victim and her husband say they actually forgive those 3 people. They just want them to get some help.
Now I wonder if they would be forgiving them if it was some black ones. Now you know how that would go, don't you? Yeah. That's it. Part of what I call the niggerization of white America. Get this off of here. But yep. Anything they want to trot out to spring on mainstream America, they always do it in our community first. So, this is the first rollout of the white prototypes. Now, let me ask you this. You think the media is going to really try to portray these clowns as predators? No, more than likely they're gonna do like they've been doing with, like they did with Dylan Roof and like they did with that boy down in El Paso. They're gonna say it's mental illness or troubled youth or opioid addiction. See, we don't get that kind of excuse. We don't get those excuses when we do stuff like this, and we shouldn't. They're flat out criminals. So now the young white kids are starting to wild out and turn up. Look for more of this to come. Culture of death. I'm out.